Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to take you back to 1994. It was the early mid-90s where the Super Nintendo came out with great games like Final Fantasy III, Super Metroid, Donkey Kong Country, and Super Punch-Out! However, there is one game that I never knew it exists, and the title haunts me even to this day. And that, my friends, is Shaq Fu. Just hearing that name makes me want to tear my ears off. I do have a history with this game when I was 10. It features a famous basketball player who is a martial artist. Wait, since when does he learn martial arts? That is very nonsensical, don't you agree?
Looking back at this foul stench of a fighting game brings back horrid memories, and it does not impress me, not even one bit, especially to gamers who are a fan of fighting games.
So, as usual, without any further, let us take a look at Shaq Fu. The story begins in down Tokyo, Japan, and to your right you'll see a Pepsi sign. Yeah, they actually added that in the game, just like in the NES version of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade by adding Pizza Hut logos, which means one thing: marketing products! Anyway, Shaq walks into a dojo and talks to an old man. The old man tells Shaq to walk into the portal hidden in the back room to save a boy. That's the story. As soon as you enter the portal, you'll find yourself in the second world while roaming around freely. Then you face weird-looking characters like a Catwoman, Hobgoblin's demonic brother, and Prince of Persia. Never thought he would appear in a fighting game. While you're fighting, you'll notice the controls are relatively awkward. Whenever I try to attack, they can be unresponsive, especially trying to execute your character's special move. Speaking of which, take a look at one of them. Yeah, right off the bat you can tell they were taken from the Street Fighter series. That's awesome. I will say the backgrounds look very nice to look at. As for the character sprites, not so great. The music, on the other hand, is pretty damn good. Once you've defeated the first three, you go on to battle two more fighters like Voodoo and Beast. During your fight with Beast, you can see Shenron from the Dragon Ball series appearing as a cameo. After you've taken down the last two fighters, you go and face the last boss, who happens to be an ancient mummy fighter named Setra, whose name sounds like Mumra from Thundercats. Right after you killed Setra, Shaq rescues Nezu and arrives to his game. But guess what? Beast shows up and wants to challenge him to a basketball game. What a happy ending, huh?
Final thoughts.
So, folks, what do I think of Shaq Fu?
It sucks.
Man, f this game, f it to hell, f it to oblivion, f it the damnation of mankind!
This thing was shit from start to finish.
Enough said. In fact, this is one of the worst fighting games that ever came to existence. I can't believe they would make something like this. In other words...
Oh, foul accursed thing! What demon from the depths of hell created thee?
Who the hell thought it would be such a good idea to create such a monstrosity that introduces Shaquille O'Neal?
I mean, who came up with this shit? What, were they smoking crack up their ass?
There is one for the Sega Mega Drive, but the only version I've played was the Super Nintendo version, only this one had more characters. And I don't need to tell anyone that there is a website dedicated to this. They know it, so do I.
Well, folks, there you have it. That is my review on Shaq Fu. It's awful. Just a total ripoff of Street Fighter. If you want some good fighting games, play Mortal Kombat, again, Street Fighter, Primal Rage, Killer Instinct, and the list goes on. I can go on and name a couple of good fighting games that are better than this. Yeah, they do exist crappy ones, like, dare I need to say it, Rise of the Robots. I feel your pain, Homer. Now, if you all excuse me, I'm going to send this disgusting shit-piece excuse of a fighting game into the coldest depths of hell where it belongs, made by demonic game developers.